We all sit more than we realize. If you get hip pain making it hard to sit still, get up from your chair, or even walk around, keep watching. This video is for you. I treat a lot of hip pain patients because it's often related to lower back pain. Hip pain can also get worse after sitting, so it's important to know the difference. It often begins as tension or tightness around the hips, sitting, working, or driving. It's uncomfortable as muscles start to burn and ache, causing you to shimmy around in your seat. Soon, it's difficult to sit or drive for very long, and pain may even shoot down your leg. Exercise feels good at first, but only up to a point, after which your symptoms get worse. The pain can keep you from falling asleep or even wake you up when you roll on your side. You become restless, agitated, and exhausted. You avoid sitting, driving, and strenuous exercise in hopes that rest will make it feel better. But it's when rest, stretching, and heating pads fail that someone seeks my expert help. If this sounds like you, keep watching. I'll explain how to melt away hip pain from sitting so that you can get back to sitting, driving, and sleeping calm and well rested. So, how do you melt away hip pain from sitting? First, understand that when sitting, the muscles around the hips are not at rest. They're actually working to hold the hips in a sitting posture. Newton's first law of motion says an object at rest stays at rest, but an object in motion stays in motion. Day in and day out, the hip muscles become some of the most overworked muscles in the body. Muscles that live in tension stay in tension. This is the tightness you feel at first. Without enough rest, the muscles get deprived of adequate blood flow. You experience this as hip pain. Getting up and moving around feels good up to a point because it restores blood flow. Yet, further exercise usually results in more pain by overloading already overworked muscles. Hip muscles can get in such a habit of being tense that they stay tense even when laying down to sleep at night. Now, the reason you've watched this video so far, here's how we help patients melt away hip pain from sitting. Relax the overworked muscles first. Hip pain from chronic muscle tension is a learned habit. To melt away the tension, you need to teach them a new habit. How to relax again. Releasing muscles in relaxed hip positions, then stretching reduces pain and muscle tone. Group treatments close together at first to keep the muscles in a relaxed state. Next, strengthen underworked muscles after pain improves. Sore and overworked muscles become weak. Trying to do more strength exercises too early reinforces compensation. It's also ineffective, but muscles that can get into a relaxed state are ripe for basic strengthening exercises. The timing is more important than the exercise choice here. Lastly, change your sitting habits. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Going back to the same sitting habits will give you the same result, hip pain. Changing sitting habits at home, work, and in the car will be essential for a long-term solution. The good news is that simple modifications are easy to install. Right now, you might be thinking the problem is weak glutes and you need to exercise them more. The problem is that overworked muscles cause weakness. More exercise loads the overworked muscles even more, worsening symptoms. You'll strengthen the wrong muscles no matter the exercise you choose. Focus on getting the muscles relaxed early on to relieve symptoms. This also primes them to learn a pattern when you do start exercise. Do any of this out of order and symptoms won't improve or worsen. If you've watched till now, you likely need help with hip pain. Send us a message and tell us how it's holding you back. I had a patient with hip pain right down at the side of their hip. Whenever she drove longer than 30 minutes, it ached down her thigh. Getting up to walk around would feel better, but anytime she had to sit in place for a while, the symptoms came back. She told me that her hips always felt tight, but stretches that used to help didn't help anymore. She stopped hiking with her friends because the hills made it worse. Now, it started to wake her up at night. Her mother had a hip replacement, so she was worried she would need one too. She came to me for help first, which was a good choice. I had a look and reassured her that her hip joint moved great. I let her know that some of the hip muscles are so deep it can feel like the pain is coming from the joint. It was great news because it meant I could make a big difference if she followed my advice. Now she drives back and forth from the city to visit family, hikes the escarpment, and gets sound sleep. Her mood, social life, and energy is better because she followed through on the plan. If any of this relates to you, the good news is that there's a lot you can do about it. We help patients with hip pain every day, and we'd love to help you too. If you have hip pain when sitting, send us a message, let us know how it's affecting you, and we'll let you know if we can help.